All right, welcome back again to this new learning video. Today, we're diving into a really interesting battle for efficiency in the world of AI. We're pitting two formats against each other, the reigning champion of data, JSON, and a new challenger built specifically for large language models called TOON.
Okay, let's just kick things off with a really important question for anyone out there working with LLMs. If you're feeding structured data into an API, you're paying by the token. So have you ever stopped to think if the format you're using is, quietly eating away at your budget? To really get why we even need a new format, we've got to talk about this hidden cost with JSON. Let's call it the token tax. It's basically the price you pay for using a format that was never, ever designed with token efficiency in mind. Look, we all know JSON, right? We use it every day. It is everywhere, from APIs to databases. It's the standard for a reason. It's easy for us humans to read, it's flexible, and it's supported by pretty much every programming language out there. But, and this is a big but, when every single token costs you money, that familiar structure, it suddenly becomes a problem. All those curly braces, the quotation marks, and especially those keys that you have to repeat over and over and over in a list of objects, they all add up, and they create a pretty significant and expensive overhead. So what's the solution then? Well, let's meet a format that was designed specifically to fix this problem. It's called TOON, and it was basically built from the ground up for one thing, being super lean and efficient for AI.
And here it is, TOON. Its entire mission is to represent the exact same data as JSON, but just way more efficiently for these token-based models. Think of it like this. It just strips away all that extra syntactic fluff while keeping the actual data 100% intact.
Now, this right here is maybe the most important part. The key word is lossless. This means you can swap out your JSON for TOON to save a ton on tokens, send it over to the LLM, and then switch it right back to JSON on the other side. And get this, you don't lose a single bit of information. It's perfect. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly makes TOON so powerful for these AI workflows? What's the secret sauce here that can make a real difference in your apps? Well, the biggest, most eye-popping benefit is this number right here. We are talking about savings between 30 and 60%. I mean, that's not just a tiny improvement. That is a massive game changer, especially if you're dealing with big batches of similar data. But wait, it's not just about saving tokens. The benefits go way beyond that. TOON is designed to be easier for LLMs to understand reliably because its structure is just cleaner. It's actually still readable for us humans, and maybe most importantly, it lets you cram way more useful info into that precious context window of your prompt. Okay, this table breaks it down perfectly, head to head. Let's take a look. On one side, you've got JSON's familiar style, but see all that stuff? The braces, the brackets, the repeated keys, that leads to high token usage. On the other side, TOON's minimal table-like layout directly leads to that huge 30 to 60% token reduction. Now, the crucial trade-off is right here in the middle. JSON's ecosystem is universal. It's everywhere. TOON needs a library. So while JSON wins on compatibility, TOON is purpose-built for efficiency in those cost-sensitive AI jobs. But hey, let's be real here. TOON isn't a silver bullet. It's not a magic wand you wave at every problem. To give you the full picture, it's super important to know when to just stick with the good old tried-and-true standard. So if you're hooking into a standard web API, for instance, or your data is just a mess, super nested and irregular, JSON is probably still your best bet. And obviously, if you're not even using a token-based system, there's absolutely no reason to switch. Okay, so with all that in mind, how do you actually decide? Let's try and build a simple little checklist to help you figure out which format to use for your next project. All right, here's the rule of thumb. You're going to want to grab TOON when you're working inside that AI ecosystem. If token cost is a big deal, your data is pretty structured and uniform, and you control the whole data pipeline from end to end, TOON is your high-performance pick. It's an absolute beast for stuff like retrieval augmented generation or RAG, where your entire goal is to stuff as much context as you can into the prompt to get a smarter answer back. And you'll want to stick with good old JSON when your number one priority is compatibility. If your data is going to a standard API, a database, or anything outside that specific AI bubble, JSON is the way to go. It's the universal language, no extra libraries, no fuss. So really, the big takeaway here isn't that TOON is better than JSON. It's not about replacement. It's about having the right tool for the right job in your AI toolkit. And that leaves us with one final thought for you to chew on. For your specific AI workload, could this simple format change be the key to saving money and seriously boosting performance? Hey, thanks so much for watching this explainer. If you're wrestling with token costs yourself, or you just found this useful, definitely drop a comment below and let us know what you think. And for more deep dives into the tools shaping the future of AI, don't forget to subscribe.